Have you ever noticed how a single text message, a rude driver, or a delayed flight can completely ruin your entire day? We storm through life constantly fighting invisible battles, convinced that the world is personally trying to test our patience. We scream at our computer screens, curse at traffic, and grow bitter toward people we barely know. But what if I told you that the anger burning inside you has absolutely nothing to do with them? Today's story is a timeless tale of a meditating monk that reveals a liberating truth about human psychology. Stay with me until the very end, because once you understand this story, you will never look at life's inconveniences the same way again. In a quiet valley far away from the chaos of modern cities, there lived a monk named Tenzin. Tenzin had spent decades studying ancient texts, practicing mindfulness, and training his mind to remain as calm as a mirror. Yet, despite all his years of training, he found that human company often drained him. The small, petty arguments of the village, the constant demands of others, and the friction of everyday interactions still managed to ruffle his inner peace. He realized that to reach the ultimate state of tranquility, he needed absolute solitude. One crisp autumn morning, Tenzin decided to do something different. He walked down to the edge of a vast, misty lake that sat quietly at the base of the mountains. He untied a small wooden rowboat, stepped inside, and gently pushed himself away from the shore. The water was as still as glass. The only sound was the gentle, rhythmic dipping of his oars. Tenzin rowed out to the very center of the lake, far away from the shore, where no human voice could reach him. He pulled the oars into the boat, sat cross-legged on the wooden floor, and closed his eyes. He began to breathe deeply. Inhale. Exhale. Hours passed. The sun climbed higher into the sky, warming his skin, but his mind remained cool and focused. He felt a deep, profound sense of bliss settling into his chest. This is it, Tenzin thought to himself. Here, in this perfect isolation, nothing can disturb my peace. No one can trigger my anger. I am completely free. Just as Tenzin was sinking into the deepest state of his meditation, he suddenly felt a violent jolt. Another boat had crashed right into his. In an instant, a wave of hot, blinding fury rushed from the pits of Tenzin's stomach straight to his chest. His heart began to race. The perfect silence he had spent hours cultivating vanished into thin air. Before he even opened his eyes, a storm of thoughts erupted in his mind. Who could be so incredibly careless? How dare someone ruin my meditation on this massive, empty lake? Some arrogant, reckless rower must not be looking where they are going. Tenzin opened his eyes, his teeth clenched, fully prepared to unleash his furious wrath upon the irresponsible person who had dared to disturb his peace. He took a deep breath, leaned over the edge of his boat, and opened his mouth to yell. But the words died in his throat. Tenzin stared in absolute shock. The boat that had drifted across the lake and bumped into his was completely, utterly empty. There was no reckless rower, There was no careless tourist. The boat had simply slipped away from its dock on the other side of the lake, guided by nothing more than the random, invisible currents of the wind. Tenzin stood frozen. He looked at the empty wooden boat, and then he looked inward at the massive storm of rage that was still boiling within his own chest. And in that quiet moment, on that vast lake, a profound realization struck him like a thunderclap. The anger he felt wasn't created by the boat. The boat was empty. The anger had been inside him all along, just waiting for an excuse to pour out. His fury instantly evaporated, replaced by a deep, humbled laughter that echoed across the water. This profound story from the water carries a transformative truth that resonates deeply with our fast-paced modern lives. We live in a world where we constantly feel targeted by circumstances, but the secret to emotional freedom lies in understanding that most boats in life are completely empty. Here are the key reflections I want you to carry into your life today. Life isn't personal. When someone cuts you off in traffic, when an automated email rejects your application, or when your flight is delayed, it feels like a personal attack. But the universe is not conspiring against you. The rude driver might be rushing to a hospital. The automated system is just a set of codes. They are empty boats drifting in the wind. You are the source of your peace. Tenzin believed his anger was caused by other people, but the empty boat proved that his environment was only a mirror. External events do not create your anger. They merely reveal the anger that is already sitting inside you. Pause before you project. The next time a situation triggers you, catch yourself before you yell at the invisible rower. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, am I mad at a person, or am I mad at an empty boat? By pausing, you reclaim control over your own mind. The power of perception. We cannot control the winds of fate or which way the current blows, but we can entirely control how we react when things bump into us. Peace is not found by escaping to an empty lake. It is found by emptying your own boat of pride, expectations, and projections. My friends, the next time life inconveniences you, remember Tenzin. Don't waste your precious energy screaming at an empty vessel. Now, I want to hear from you. Think about a recent moment where you lost your temper. Looking back, was that situation just an empty boat that you took too personally? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Your reflection might help someone else find their peace today. If this story brought a sense of clarity to your day, please hit the like button, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, keep your mind clear, don't take the world too personally, and remember that true wisdom begins when you realize the lake of life is wide, and most boats are simply drifting. Stay wise and stay peaceful.